Test 1 2, test 1 2. Test 1 2, test 1 2. Hey guys, just waiting for a few more people to get the notification that we are live and we will get this party started. I'm going to be with you briefly tonight to just kind of go over the game plan for tomorrow, all of that good stuff. All right, it looks like enough of the live notifications are going out, so we'll go ahead and get this show on the road, guys. Hello, this is Bridget with Horse Auctions USA. We are live from Corsica Horse Sales in Corsica, South Dakota. Tomorrow is sale day. So I wanted to pop on here first to make sure my camera and my microphone are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing. Secondly, to just kind of talk to you guys about the schedule tomorrow, what to expect. And thirdly, to go over online bidding for those of you who are new to online bidding. I will do that part last so that my people who have watched this before don't have to listen through all the online bidding instructions again. Because if you've been with me for a while, then you've probably memorized them at this point. So again, the what, the where, the when. Corsica Horse Sales, Corsica, South Dakota. The sale is tomorrow. That is Saturday, September the 7th. And we have got one heck of a lineup for tomorrow. Schedule 11 o'clock on tack. So just about an hour of tack. So that will be at 11 o'clock. And then right at the stroke of noon, we will go into the catalog horses. Got a really, really good catalog lineup. Once we complete the catalog, we will go into the open consignment or after catalog horses, and then finally the loose horses. So that's the schedule. As far as online bidding is concerned, online bidding will be available starting with the horses, okay, not for the tack. And then generally we don't leave the online up for the loose horses either, because those tend to go rapid enough that it's really hard for people to participate online. Having said that, we do have a pretty good little set of mares that'll be selling on the loose. I think potentially those are going to sell right behind the riding horses. And we do have those horses listed online. So we'll try to keep online bidding available for those. We will try to slow those down just a tick before we get into the regular, rapid pace of the loose horses. As you may or may not have noticed, if you are on the Corsica Horse Sale Facebook page, there's a roping going on tonight. It's about 2 minutes away from start time on that roping. So I'm going to do this pretty quick. So they'll be roping tonight. So watch for the results of that. The sale horses are in that roping competition this evening. So I'm going to switch your screen so that you guys are actually looking at my screen instead of the ring. Also, before I switch it, how about the paint job in here? It looks fantastic. The Peterson family has done a phenomenal job here. This sale just gets better and better every month. So if you have not yet come out and joined us, please do. And if you can't join us in person, then by all means, join us online tomorrow. You do not have to be a registered bidder or have an online account of any kind just to watch the sale. We would love to have you. Of course, if you do want to bid, you'll need to get registered to bid and all of that jazz. So we'll get into that. Let me switch your screen so that you guys are looking at what I'm seeing here. Whoops, not that. Let's go to this. There we go. Now you're looking at my screen. So first things first, if you are watching this on Horse Auctions USA or on my personal page, and you do not yet like or follow Corsica Horse Sales, what are you waiting for? This is what the Facebook page looks like. Pop on over there and check it out. While we're here, I do want to draw everyone's attention. First of all, the printed catalog is right here pinned at the top under the featured, so you can kind of click on that and go through and take a peek at the catalog page by page, the printed version. And of course, you can get your printed version in the office here today or tomorrow. But the other thing is Pam has been hard at work adding and filling in some of those TBAs that are in the catalog. I will get those added to the online this evening. In the meantime, you can find them here on Facebook with their hip numbers and also some videos for the existing horses that did not have them before. So definitely pop on over to Corsica Horse Sales and scope that out. So let's talk about the online catalog, how to look at the horses, and then finally how to bid. Two ways to find the online catalog. You can use your browser or you can use our app. If you're on your phone, your iPad, your tablet, your mobile device of any kind, I do recommend you use the app. It's just really well laid out for mobile devices. It's super, super user friendly, and you do not have to be a rocket scientist of any kind to use it. So to get the app, there's 2 ways to do it. You can go to horseauctionsusa.com. Please remember there is an S at the end of auctions. So horseauctionsusa.com, that's our website. And if you'll look in the upper right-hand corner, it says our app. So if you click on that, on the device you want to install it on, it'll bring you right to this page. And this is going to give you the option to download for Apple products or your Samsung, your Android on Google Play. Alternatively, you can go to the App Store or the Google Play Store. You can type in the search bar horse auctions, again, S at the end of auctions, USA. That's our little logo. It's going to pop right up and just click get, install, download, whatever your store option is. It is free to download. Okay. For the rest of you who want to use your browser, this will work in any browser. I use Google Chrome as it tends to be the most up to date, but you can use Safari, Edge, whatever, Firefox, whatever your heart desires. You guys are going to type bid, B-I-D, period, horseauctionsusa.com and go. Whether you are on the browser or the app, the rest of this is going to be pretty much the same as far as how to navigate the catalog. As our name implies, we're all over the US. You're going to see a whole bunch of horse sales listed here. Corsica horse sales is what we're talking about. Now, on Saturday, we do a few different sales going on throughout the country, and they're listed here by start time, right? So this sale starts a little bit before Corsica, so it's going to be like when you're up here, it's going to be the second one over. When you're on the app, it's going to be the second one down. All right, they're listed vertically. So you're going to click View Auction beneath Corsica Horse Sales, regardless of whether it's the app or the browser, and that's going to bring up this. This is basically an index of the horses, and when I tell you they have got an incredible set of horses, I am not kidding. So you can kind of scroll down and look, pick your color, pick your poison, they got them. And if they have a video, it will tell you they have a video. So if you see one you want to know a little bit more about, you can click on the horse, right? That's going to expand their whole description and give you any additional photos. And again, video, if it says video. If they do have a video, it will always be the second thumbnail. So you can just go over one. There's the video, click play, and it'll play right there without you ever having to go anywhere else, okay? And then any additional photos will follow that, okay? You can favorite them. Let me go back to that. So you can favorite them, right, with your little star once you're logged in, and all of that good stuff. So that's a little bit about how to navigate. If you're looking for something specific, you can use the little search icon here. You can type that and type Blue Roan. Does it say Blue Roan? And if it says Blue Roan anywhere in that horse's description, bam, there they are. If they say anything about Blue Roan, it'll pull it up. So lots of options. So that's a little bit about how to navigate. Online bidding. We've had a lot of questions about online bidding this week, which is exciting. Love to have you participate. Again, if you can't be here in person, you can absolutely bid online. So let's talk about how to do that. You will notice under each and every horse, it says register to bid. I also want to call your attention to lot 0, which is the sale information and practice bidding lot. That is exactly what that lot is, right? It's going to have all the basics, all the good stuff, a little overview of the online bidding as well. And it's here for you to place some practice bids. So once we go over all of this, you can absolutely take advantage of that and go ahead and place some practice bids. Let me just make sure. I just want to make sure my camera didn't decide to mirror. Nope, it didn't. Okay, good. Every once in a while when I do this, my camera just decides, and let's be honest, I inadvertently hit a button and it mirrors and it flips your screen around. I just want to make sure that you poor folks weren't watching this backwards. Okay, so register to bid. Click on that. Doesn't matter. Any horse. This one, this one, this one. If you're in Corsica Horse Sales, doesn't matter where you click. So register to bid, and it's going to bring this screen up. If you're brand spanking new, you've never had an account with Horse Auctions USA, don't put your email and your password up here, okay? That's for returning users. If you're brand spanking new, you go to the bottom where it says no account, sign up here, and you're going to click on that. Name, email, a password that you can hopefully remember, and continue. You will then have to put in your address, and you are going to have to enter a credit or a debit card. And once you do, and you agree to the terms and conditions, read them through, everything looks good, Horse Auctions USA is going to put a $500 pre-authorization on your card. I am so sorry. I'm sorry in advance that we have to do that. We're subject in our industry to scammers just like the rest of the world. And so I unfortunately have had to resort to that to make sure that you are in fact a real live human, that you're over the age of 18, and you can pay for your winning bids. Again, it's not a charge. If you have mobile banking, there's a very good chance you'll get a notification from your bank that says, hey, there's a charge. It's not. Don't panic. When you get in your banking, it'll say pending. And just like when you rent a car, it's going to fall off. Okay. So it's going to go away like it was never there. So you're not getting charged to register to bid. Please don't panic. That's just a security measure. The charge falling off happens automatically on my end at the end of the auction. When you see it on your banking end is entirely dependent on your bank, and it varies a lot bank to bank. Okay, so just a little heads up about that. For my returning users, you guys are the ones who are going to put your email and your password in here. Doesn't matter where in America you participated with Horse Auctions USA. If you were with Horse Auctions USA, you've got an account. Forgot your password, happens to all of us. You can use this handy dandy little reset link. Once in a blue moon, when you use the handy dandy little reset link, you go to your email and you wait like 10 minutes and it never appears because it disappears into cyberspace. If that happens to you, please don't panic. I can also manually reset your password. Okay. So if you forgot your password, you do the reset thing, you wait about 10 minutes, you don't get an email, just shoot me a text with your email and say, hey, I forgot my password. I'll fix it for you. My phone number is all over the place on Horse Auctions USA, but also it's 336-904-8903. Having said all that, let me get into my bidder account and let's talk about how this bidding thing works and what all you need to do and all that good stuff. So I'm going to click sign in into my bidder account and bam. So once you have registered to bid and you are logged in, there's a couple things telling you that though that's the case, you're good to go. Number one, your name is going to show up here, right? There's my name. Number two, all my little register to bid prompts, now they say bid. Okay. And the reason they say you can bid now is because you can both participate live with us tomorrow when the horses are actually in the ring selling, or you can place absentee bids ahead of time. We're going to talk about how to do both of those. First things first, and that's the live. Again, start time on horses is noon. Okay, so at noon, and we're on Central Time here for those of you watching from out of the area. So it is 7:07 p.m. if you're watching live, just for reference, if you have a hard time with the time zones. So at 12 noon Central Time, we'll go live. So you'll make sure that you're logged in. Yep, you're good to go. You'll see what the active lot is. So you'll click on it and you'll click View Live, which is this. So we're not live on there now, but if we were, when I click this, it's going to turn this big square into your video. All right. So you'll have real-time video and you will hear me just like you hear me now talking to you about the horses. Okay. So you'll be able to watch and bid in real time. Also, when we are live, if you're watching live and let's pretend for a moment we're live on this guy. So you're watching the screen here and I told you all about the horse's pedigree. And then you're like, wait a minute, I didn't quite remember. You can use those arrow buttons to pop over to his papers, right? Real quick. Oh, this horse I forgot has a ton of photos. He maybe wasn't my best choice to use. But anyway, you can get up here and what'll happen is your little view live, your live video will pop back down here. Okay. And then you can just click it again to get back up. So just know that you can't switch between the live and the photos that were there. So anyway, back to what I was saying. So we're on the active lot. We're watching the live. Some of you I know have a hard time following the auctioneer. That's okay. You're not alone. You're in great company. It happens to everyone. You don't need to worry so much about what the auctioneer is chanting so much as, the horse information. Again, I'll be reading pedigrees tomorrow, so you'll hear me just like you hear me now. And with the auctioneer, what's coming out of his mouth that you need to worry about is how much money, right? So if you can't keep up with the auctioneer, please don't panic. I can keep up with the auctioneer, and that's what I'll be doing. And that number that he's asking for is going to be reflected here on your bid button. So pretending we're live right now, he's asking for 1,000 and I'm good there. So I'm like, yeah, I want to bid. So I'm going to click to bid. Now I've clicked and it says confirm bid. This is very important for those of you who are going to bid live. When it says confirm bid, you do have to click it again to in fact confirm your bid. Why? Well, accidental bidding's never good. Nothing good comes of that. And we don't want it happening. So once to bid, twice to confirm. Now, there's absolutely no question I have, in fact, placed this bid. It's green. It says I'm a high bidder. I got little stars, the whole shebang. All right. So that's the whole shooting match if you're bidding live. So make sure you do click confirm. If somebody bids and knocks you out, it's going to tell you you've been outbid and ask you to bid again and tell you what the current bid amount is. And I'll generally say, John, you're out. Sally, you're out. Susie, I'm back. You know what I mean? To let you know. For those of you who want to know more about this whole absentee bidding thing, we're going to talk about how to do that next. When would you use this? The most obvious reason is maybe you got to work tomorrow. You just plain old can't watch the sale like your boss is Not really interested in you buying horses on company time. But the less thought about reasons that I do want to kind of throw at you guys to think about. Number one, if you have horses, you probably live in a fairly rural area, and as is the case in many places, you might have poor or slow internet or cell service, depending on what way you're going to be bidding. If you've got doggy internet or doggy cell service and you're trying to bid live, you might end up in a little bit of a wreck. And when I say a little bit of a wreck, I mean if there's no delay on my end, right? This is real time here. But if there's delay on yours, there's nothing I can do about that. So if you're watching with doggy internet live and trying to bid and your bid is slow coming in and our auctioneer has said sold, then that's it. That's all the fat lady has sung and it's over. There's nothing I can do. Okay. So you know how service is where you live. If your videos are always trying to buffer or things kind of freeze up and you get the little circle going around while it's loading, you guys might want to pay attention to this too. I have a lot of people who, when that is the case, might place those absentee bids that we're going to do right now and then watch live so they can jump in and maybe increase it if they want to or whatever. And that's really a good play. That avoids that whole thing. Something I do want to tell you too about that. If you place an absentee bid, and that horse comes in the ring and something is announced that changes the game, that changes these footnotes. So for example, practice lot comes in here and, we've read all about practice lot and that's all well and good. And then practice lot comes in and they're like, oh yeah, by the way, he cribs when he's stalled, but that wasn't in this information. I'm going to take your absentee bid out. Okay. Because you placed that bid with one set of things, right? One, piece of information, and then additional information came to light when the horse came in the ring. All right. So I'm going to knock your bid right out of the game and say, you're out. And if you're live and I can always see there'll be a little green button by you telling me that you're watching, I'll say, hey, John, I took your bid out because this horse is a cribber. If you're good with that, you can absolutely go ahead and place that bid again. I just don't want people to get an unwelcome surprise. So please be aware of that. How to place those bids. Next to the little bid button, you see that little drop down arrow? If you click on that, it's going to bring up this, create a max bid. So if you ever used eBay, same kind of premise here. I'm going to click on that. And this is where you're going to put the most, right? This is the most you want to spend on the horse. And don't be afraid to actually put that number in thinking the computer's going to, whap you right in there. And I'm going to show you right now. So I'm going to use a low max bid because I want you guys to get in and play with it. So I'm going to put a $2,000 bid here just real quick to see. So what I want you to see is this. I have placed the 2,000 max bid. Please notice that I'm still the high bidder at only 1,000. Just because I put in 2,000 doesn't mean the computer's like, woohoo, and it's going to, wrap me right up there. Nope. Once you place that max bid, the computer's job is to bid on your behalf, right? And its job is to keep you in the winning position for the lowest possible amount. So I was already winning at 1,000. There's no need to go to 2,000 unless one of you guys comes along and bids. And if you come along and bid, it isn't going to just jump me to 2,000. It's going to go to the next available bid increment, okay? And that's what it's going to do for you guys. Same thing. So like the computer, if a horse comes in that's got an absentee bid, the computer's job is to put you in, okay? So that's what it will do. So that's a little bit about how to use that feature. Now, tried to keep that as abbreviated as I could. Let me change your view once again back to the ring because I just want to make sure that if I've got any questions, I address them. And if not, I'm going to get off of here and let you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday evening. All right. Looks like everybody is good. So thank you, everybody. Hope to see you here tomorrow in person or online. Again, my name is Bridget. If you have any questions, you can call or text me 336-904-8903. Thank you, everybody. Happy bid.